The following program is brought to you by His Productions.
The podcast no one listens to with Kevin Porter. Nice.
Yo. Welcome to an all-new episode of the podcast that no one listens to, motherfucker. I'm Kevin Porter. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If this is your first time checking us out, thank you so much for turning us on, man. Really thankful for every single listen out there, dude. So if you're listening, thank you. I am thankful. What's going on, guys? What is going on in the life of Kevin Porter? As you saw on the opening, if you read the little synopsis. So synopsis, the title. It's called the title, motherfucker. Brian Briskey making his debut on the podcast that no one listens to today here, ladies and gentlemen. So totally stoked for you guys to listen to that. But before we get to Brian, what is going on with Kevin? Jeez, man. The last 72 hours have just been a fucking whirlwind, dude. Shout out to my fucking Seattle Seahawks pulling off that epic victory on Monday night. Can't believe that. I swear they were going to lose that game at least 3 times. And I thought at least 3 to 4 times that we were going to win that game. And we ended up winning that game. So it was really intense, dude. It was just really fucking intense. I just feel like I haven't been home a lot the last couple days. Finally sitting here recording this. Fuck, we haven't recorded an opening in like 2 weeks at least. Since last week, you know, that opening was all recorded like weeks ago at this point. So it's just been a real whirlwind of events the last couple days. I don't know, not necessarily. I don't know. I've decided, guys, I'll get a little personal with you. Just gonna get a little bit personal with you. I think I need to give booze a little bit of a break. Yeah, probably smart. Yeah, I think we've been boozing it up a little too much in life lately, and not to say like, you know, it's a problem, but I don't know. I think this is where we recognize our, you know, what could become. I don't know. Not to say like, again, it's just, I don't know. It's becoming way too casual. It's becoming way too, I guess that's the only way to put it. Like, it's just becoming way too casual in terms of just, you know, oh, just have a beer. I'll just have a beer. And don't get me wrong. It's like, I'm having fucking fun doing it. Like, no actual complaints in regards to drinking beers, because I enjoy drinking beers and shit. It's fun, especially when you're with friends and stuff. But it's just, you know, I don't know. I'm just at that point now. I don't know. Last night was crazy. Okay, you know, get to the 48th hour of the 72-hour whirlwind extravaganza or whatever. Like last night, I wasn't gonna go to open mic, but then when we ended up going to open mic, and like, you know, I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna get up on stage, say whatever. I don't even care. And it was fun. Like, I had a lot of fun, but you know, I just got a little too fucking lit. You know, I just did, and I went more than I should have, than I normally do. Normally, I have been pretty fucking responsible, but it was just, I guess last night was a party. It was a party atmosphere. You know, so nothing wrong with that, dude. I had a great time at open mic, dude. I had a great fucking time. Nobody showed up because Brian Briskey, the guest of the show, he pointed out today that probably people weren't there because of the Seahawks game on Monday. Most people probably went out on Monday. And I was like, you know, that actually makes really good sense. Like, I did not even think about that till I read his post on that. And I was like, that's smart. But it was really fun, dude. I mean, like, you know, so basically it was a show by comics for comics. I don't know. Like, it was nothing but a crowd. It was basically just the open mic crowd. Like, you know, just everybody that comes to the open mic was in the crowd. So it was a good crowd. I mean, it was a great crowd. I loved it, dude. Shout out oh man. Just shout out to everybody, dude. It was just fun. I just had so much fun last night. And then, but you know, kind of moving forward though, you know, I feel that in terms of, just being out and about, you know, I'm not going to be drinking beers like that. I don't know. Like, I got this stout, dude. Dario, my buddy Dario, hooked it up with beer last night because I had two fucking IPAs. I was like, that's enough. I'm good. And that would have been fine. That's typically what I've been cutting myself off at. And then, like, you know, he's like, oh, get a beer. And then Brandon's all drinking a stout. I'm like, oh, I'll just get the stout because I love stouts. And like, I'm looking at the board. It's all 9% alcohol. I'm like, oh shit. He gives it to us in powder glass. And it's just like, whoa, it's supposed to be in a fucking smaller cup here, guy. Which I didn't even realize that until I was like halfway down, and I was like, well, we're already here, so drink the rest. And again, it was just, it was a good time. Ended up just hitting the town last night for doing that the first time like in years, dude. I don't do that shit, so. And it was just because I couldn't fucking drive. It was like I'm not gonna drive my car home fucking drunk. So it's like let's just go fucking chill. I knew eventually Jessica was gonna call, and like thankfully like she all fucking called. She's like, "Are you fucking coming home tonight?" And I'm like, "I fucking drank too much. I smoked way too much weed." And it was at this point, I mean, like, it's not to say I was like fucking wasted, but I mean, 4 beers, dude. I mean, you're pretty fucking lit. On top of that, and smoking a joint, dude. I mean, you're fucking lit, dude. I'm riding pretty fucking high, and so I'm like, I fucking drank 4 beers. I fucking smoked a joint. I'm fucking really high. I'm trying to come down. I'm drinking water, and like, so I was like, and luckily she's, didn't care. I mean, I kind of got some shit this morning for it, but for the most part, it's basically, it's fine. But it was cool. It was cool. So yeah, after that, once I fucking I guess got that out of the way, I was able to fucking kind of relax and went to fucking Brews and Q's, dude. Like Brews and Q's is a local bar here in town, and like it's fucking I don't know. It used to be our bar back in the day when we did our public access show, because it was like right next door, so we'd always go there, get food, and fucking get beer. So we ended up there, and I fucking hooked Brandon up. Brandon hooked Brandon up with $3. I was like, go get a beer, man. Get a fucking beer. So we got a beer, and that was like $3, dude, for any beers on fucking tab. I was like, damn, that's a good deal. Like, too bad I have to sober up. But again, we're being responsible, ladies and gentlemen. We're being fucking responsible. So we just fucking hung out there, dude. I like shout out to fucking Logan. I met this dude named Tony. He's like apparently had heard of our public access show before, so I was like, cool as fuck. And yeah, he was a cool fucking guy, dude. So hell yeah, dude. It was fun as fuck to hang out with those guys. And just fucking bullshit, dude. I mean, I haven't fucking gone out of town like that in just like forever, dude. I mean, it's not like there was a lot of fucking people out. It's not like we partied until fucking, like late into the fucking morning and shit. But, come 1 o'clock, I was feeling a lot better. So I was like, because we're talking like show gets over at 10, so like spend like 3 hours out about and fucking just dicking around, fucking drinking water and trying to sober up a little bit. And finally, I was fine. Drove home. Got home though. I was like, I had to get up at fucking 6:30. Go to the fucking dentist today, motherfuckers. Hate going to the dentist, but we did, and it's fine. No cavities at this point. Shit, they're watching, but apparently they've been watching shit like since like 2012. I've had like potential quote unquote cavity, danger zone areas or whatever, and like nothing has progressed too bad at this point. So no cavities, motherfuckers. So yeah, and again, ending out this last like 72-hour fucking craziness, having to do that, and then I had to like, I don't like talking about my job or anything, but like I ended up having to take a different shift because I couldn't, because my appointment's at 8 and I couldn't get personal time off because we're in a blackout fucking period, which is fine. I get it. It's not like I scheduled my fucking dentist appointment 6 months ago or anything with. Now I just remember, come November, don't schedule anything early in the morning. Schedule it after work. So yeah, fucking had to work late today, and that was just feels like I've been doing shit for 12 fucking hours at this point. And actually, I've been up since 6:30. So, and again, like, fuck, dude, it's like I'm ready for bed at this point. I fucking need to hop into the shower and watch RoboCop 3. I was talking to Brandon today, and like it was like we're talking RoboCop. He's like, I want to watch RoboCop. I'm like, bro, I want to watch RoboCop 3. He's like, you're fucking crazy, Kevin Porter. So I'm gonna maybe, I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. I don't know. Wrestling's on tonight. I may watch some fucking AEW tonight, which I already started watching when I was eating dinner. So whatever. I guess I'm watching wrestling tonight. Shit. So. Lesson, I don't know, it's not lesson learned, but, again, just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna cool off on the fucking, beer for a little bit, I don't know, because, like, when I first started drinking again here earlier this year, I was like, well, okay, just, do it every once in a while. It's kind of progressed a little bit more than that, I don't know, I just, like, I don't know, I wish I know I just need to quit again, dude, I just need to fucking quit, but I like hanging out with Jessica, like, this is the only time I like fucking drinking, like, I like hanging out with my friends, I love hanging out with my friends, and I love having a couple beers, but, like, I don't know, I enjoy hanging out with my friends and not having to drink beer. I don't know. The times I like to drink is when Jessica has a drink. And she doesn't drink that often. So it's like maybe once a week, every 2 weeks. something like that. I mean, it's not as often as what I'm fucking doing right now, you know. So it's just like, this is just one of those like come to Jesus moments, and it's like, all right, just reel it back in and shit, and party with your wife every once in a while. I guess that's pretty much what I need to get back down to, dude. Just start smoking weed when I go do comedy and just get back to where we were, man. You know, fucking need to start exercising more. Fuck, dude. Totally have just like lost it, man. I'm really trying. I fucking try. I have like a good day, 2 days, and then it's just fucking shit, dude. It just fucking goes right back to shit. It's fucking eating junk food, eating fucking fast food, not exercising enough, dude. It's like, no wonder I've been having such shitty sleep the last couple weeks, dude. And I think a lot of it, you know, it's kind of just like a perfect fucking storm and shit. You know, it's like, well, you're fucking drinking more booze on a more regular basis. You're not exercising nearly as much as you have been in the past. And you're not eating right. I mean, duh, you're going to feel like fucking shit. I mean, that doesn't take a fucking rocket science to figure that shit out. So it's just, I need to fucking fix my body, man. And it's not to say it's completely out of tune or anything, but it's just, I think we're definitely at that moment where we need to take fucking charge and fix it. I know I've been on this fucking podcast in the past like months talking about this shit, but it's like truly, I don't know. Last night again, it was like that, just that come to Jesus moment. And it's like, all right, Kevin, like, you're having fun. You can have fun. There's nothing wrong with having fun, but really do need to fucking, you know, reel it back in. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's like, again, like ultimately I kind of just wish I could just quit again, you know, and just not drink at all. You know, it's like, fuck, you know, it's just like, I know I'm like slipping, dude. So it's like, I really need to reel it in. And I think I'm going to. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and bitch about it and be like, oh no, poor Kevin Porter, poor my life. So I don't know. I just need to focus. I just need to get my shit together, dude. I mean, that's all it is, you know. I just need to get it fucking together in regards to diet, exercise, and mind, and we're good to go, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right. So I don't know what else is going on. Nothing, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing going on this week, but next week, fucking A, do we have a week for you, dude? Oh my gosh. Well, obviously we have a brand new episode of In the Mouth of Madness dropping next fucking Wednesday. We will see that new episode drops, which we all know. I dropped a shit fucking like Tuesday night because I'm lazy and I'm not going to drop it in the fucking morning, dude. Like that shit goes up fucking 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, motherfucker. So technically it does go out the next day. But so that's coming up next week. And yeah, we'll have a brand new episode of the podcast that no one listens to. And yeah, we got some cool shit coming up, man. We got some stuff coming down the fucking pipeline that I think everybody's going to be interested in checking out. So today's guest, ladies and gentlemen, fucking Brian Briskey again, making his debut on the show, dude. This was a super fucking fun podcast, dude. Super fucking fun podcast to record. Brian's somebody within the comedy community, you know, just, you know, a person that like I haven't had the chance to actually like really sit down and like talk with and like get to know or anything, and I felt like we accomplished that, you know, for an hour conversation at my house last Sunday when we recorded this shit. So yeah, so Brian came over, dude, and we just shot the shit, dude. You know, it's just you know, again, man, these podcasts, dude, it's just two people, you know, having a conversation. That's all it is, no more, no less. Find it entertaining, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. But that being said, yeah, give us a 5-star review, motherfucker. Shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Brian Briskey.
All aboard!
Oh, wow.
That's what I did just now. Just press record.
Oh, yeah. Well, that works.
Welcome, Brian Briskey, to the podcast that no one listens
Thank
to.
you.
Making your debut, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude, it's been a long time in the making, dude. We've had this planned out probably for like a month. I had to cancel last week on my end just because I was like really hungover on Monday, dude.
Yeah, that's fine.
I had to get up, go to work.
I had the bubonic plague all of the month of October. I was sick as fuck.
Oh, man.
And so, yeah, I don't even know what that was all about, but
It's like a head cold?
I started in my chest, and then I was like, oh, I'm gonna die. Mm-hmm. And then I woke up one day and I was like, yeah, I feel a lot better. And so I celebrated by getting shit-faced drunk. Ooh. Well, no, actually, yeah. I went to Seattle. We should talk about that. That was a fun time. Went to Seattle, went out by myself, unescorted, which is never a good idea. and then got completely fucking hammered, and then started sneezing the next day, and then I got a massive head cold for like a week and a half. So
it's always how it happens, dude.
It is.
You get over it, and then you get sick again.
I was like, woohoo! And then, fucking sick again. Mm-hmm. So anyway,
I've been lucky this year. Knock on fucking wood, dude. I haven't had. It always seems to hit me in a November time frame. It's when I get sick. Yeah. But like at this point, I haven't gotten sick, so I'm just kind of holding out at this point. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be like a hippie anti-vaxxer or anything, but it was suspiciously timed right around my flu shot.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And it was like 2 or 3 days, and then ba-boom, and I mean like flat on my fucking back, like couldn't move, like I was sick. And I don't usually get sick. I mean, despite all my efforts, I never get sick. So I completely pussed on it. It was bad.
Yeah.
So.
I don't get the flu shot. I don't fuck around with that, dude. There's like so many chemicals in there and shit. They don't tell you exactly what, and then you go down that YouTube hole and you're like, aluminum.
Oh, I know.
I don't need aluminum in me.
But dude, you could go down a YouTube hole about toothpaste.
Yeah.
I
stay away from fluoride, dude. I don't fuck around with fluoride.
How did I know? How did I know that you wouldn't use fluoride? Jesus Christ!
I tried to save my brain cells.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you'll go. Yeah, and you'll be like, you'll be 75 years old with no fucking teeth going, yeah, but at least I didn't have to use fluoride.
I have a dentist appointment this week, actually.
Yeah?
I go to the dentist every 6 months, so.
I do. I go to okay, so this is an interesting factoid. Okay. I am deathly fucking afraid of the dentist.
Dude, me too.
Deathly. Me too. I go like every, like 3 or 4 years.
Damn, dude.
I don't fuck
What's your...
I have good teeth. Okay. I only have 3 fillings.
The flossing is kind of more important than...
Yeah, you gotta floss and you gotta like,
Because my wife, like, she just flosses all the time, dude. And like, yeah. For the most part, doesn't have any issues. And she'll, do the same thing, like skip a year or something and...
I just don't... It just scares. Like, you know what? The problem was... I don't like anything about it. I don't like strangers touching me. Especially don't like strangers putting their hands in my mouth.
Right.
And all, it just like feels very violating. And then you're sitting there, and then they're chatting with you, and you're like, yeah. And I hate it. So I only go when I feel like something is bothering me or something. But
yeah, I didn't go to the dentist probably since I was like. Fuck, dude, I skipped like, I don't know, like 10 years or something, it felt like. Dude, it was like from like, I was like 17, 18 under my mom's insurance. Right. And then like, until I was like fucking 20 something, 27, 28, somewhere in there. And then like, I was still smoking cigarettes at the time. And of course, they were like, oh, you smoker? Like, yeah, I'm a smoker. Right there, it kind of looks like you're going to have cancer. And so totally
I don't need this shit. I'm not coming back.
Yeah, so like it freaked me out, dude, for the longest time. Every time I'd go there, dude, because now they check your blood pressure. So I always tell them, dude, I'm like, yeah, my blood pressure is gonna be jacked through the roof. They're like, oh, okay, like
yeah, they're like, yeah. When I go to the dentist and they check my blood pressure, it's like they're like, well, you need to go see somebody, and I'm like, no, I'm just fucking terrified. Okay,
and that's all it is, dude.
And I think
it's white coat.
They probably do that just to fuck with you.
I think so. Because like, what's your blood pressure have to do with them cleaning your fucking teeth?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know how any of that I work in healthcare and I don't have any idea how any of that shit works.
I don't get it. My mom actually had a heart attack at the dentist.
Did she really?
In like 2008 or something, dude. I got a call and they're like, yeah, because she never went to the dentist ever. And then, she lost all her teeth.
Oh, no.
And I think that's even using fluoride fucking toothpaste, they still like failed. But yeah, so she was like getting her teeth pulled out and stuff, and like I think it was just like there was something in there, dude. She ended up they had taken her to the hospital and getting a stent put in her fucking heart. So yeah, it's crazy. Jesus. It's crazy. So I guess there is something to like monitoring your blood pressure in terms of like getting dental work, but
what's funny is they go, yeah, well. And I'm scared of the doctor too, so any of that shit. So then
I just got over all that this year, dude. Like
really, how'd you get over it?
It was really scary, but like I just kind of forced myself, dude, because like I was like, have that idea like you're gonna die. I'm gonna die or something. I'm gonna have cancer or some shit. But
I just don't want to know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is like I went so many years like that, dude. And I had so much like, what's the word, anxiety over it. So like I just kind of got sick and tired of it, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the dentist.
Well, how many people have you heard of? That like just went to the doctor like, oh, my foot hurts, and then they're like, hey, what's that bump on your arm? And then they're fucking dead in 6 months.
Dude, 100%.
And who would have know? Who knows what would have happened if they never would have found out?
I always tell myself now, it's like, well, if there is something wrong, at least I'm going somewhere where they're gonna fix it, because like I got my blood drawn for the like first time in like years, got like all like, had them check my fucking nuts for cancer and all that shit. Like I did all that shit, dude. It was like,
what do you mean hookers don't know what to look for?
I thought so. Like I thought,
you're
like,
paying them; they should get a little extra.
You got a little bit of a fucking, you got a little bit of a bump there. Maybe you should go get that checked out.
I felt something weird on my chin. I don't know what that is.
What is that? But yeah, and then like with my dentist, like I just like sat him down. I was like, yeah, well, basically you more or less scared me into quitting smoking because like if it wasn't for that, dude, like I quit smoking and like I went on like you were saying like you've been on a diet and like quit drinking and like all that stuff and like loosen some weight, dude. I lost like 50 pounds a couple years ago, dude, just because
really?
Yeah, dude, I was like 210. I got on a diet.
210 on your frame. That would be quite pudgy.
It was pretty, it's pretty pudgy. It is. You look at some of the pictures of my house, dude, like, it's pretty pudgy.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no, so I went on, I quit drinking for like fucking 2.5 years. I just started drinking again this year.
How's that going? Did you miss it?
Yeah, I did miss it. Yeah, I did miss it.
Are you a cheap date again?
Hell yeah, I'm a cheap date. I've always been a cheap date, dude.
Oh, yeah.
2 beers and I'm fucking toasted. Smoke a joint, I'm toasted.
Well, what's been happening to me is I got a scale.
Okay.
And then I got up to 305. Damn. And I'm 6'2". I'm
That's
a
it.
big
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
305. It sounds like an amazing amount, but it's not.
6'2".
I mean, I'm not like circus sideshow fat, but I'm
like
pretty
5'7".
fucking fat. Yeah.
I'm tiny, dude.
So that I did that and doing stand up and stuff here, getting videotaped a lot.
Yeah.
And like every fucked up angle that you can imagine. And I was like, oh shit, the camera really does add 70 pounds.
Exactly. That's
and
exactly
so,
what happened to me, dude. I was like, oh.
In fact, I just started this whole journey officially on Monday.
Nice.
And I'm down 8 pounds and I haven't had a drop of alcohol and I haven't had any carbs unless they were accidental and I didn't know it was in there. And I feel fucking awesome. But I forgot what I was going to say.
Were you doing any like sort of exercise or?
Just walking and hiking. I'll go hiking in the canyon.
Oh, that's what's up.
My oldest daughter every Saturday morning, and we've been doing that for a little while. But it doesn't matter if you go hike in the canyon and then you go to fucking Arctic Circle.
Dude, I love Arctic Circle.
Dude, Arctic Circle's the shit, and I'm so happy that they stay open.
Yeah, dude. Like I went. It was last weekend. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna stop at Walmart really quick. But I figured they'd be closing like 8:39 or something.
Yeah.
No, they stay open till 10.
Yeah.
What
I don't honestly don't know how.
It never seems like they have business.
They never. And I went in there like last time I was in there. It was like lunchtime on a Monday, and there was like a few people in there.
Yeah.
But like, and there's like 6 people working, and I'm going, how does this work?
A lot of drive-through. You see a lot of people rolling through the drive-through.
Because they're too ashamed.
My friend in high school, her parents own the Arctic Circle. Well, there used to be
really?
2 of them. There used to be two of them, but like,
there used to be 2 of them.
Yeah, and her parents hated me. They hated me so fucking much, dude.
Dude, I could eat that. I could eat their fry sauce like fucking soup.
Good, dude.
God, it's so good.
I always want to get the.
I don't even know what it. I mean, it's ketchup and mayonnaise, right? But there's something. They do something.
Yeah.
Like there has to be, because I could do ketchup and mayonnaise at my house 500 different ways and not hit that sweet spot that they get.
And then I know, and they sell it in the bottle too, right?
Yeah.
I've never bought the bottle.
Fuck, dude. I want to go there. I want to get like a 5-pound bucket full of that fry sauce, and just like every bite I take, just dip it up to my elbow, because that shit is so good.
You're all licking your fucking elbow. Like, it's so good.
It doesn't even matter. Like, what's on the hamburger? It doesn't matter because I'm gonna drown it in that fucking sauce anyway.
Fuck, dude. I've been dealing with that this year, dude. It's like I put on probably like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Off the weight that I did lose.
Well, it's real easy.
It's all fast food too, dude. It's like I don't know. It's like you know it's bad for you, but at the same time, it's like a guilty pleasure. And you don't ever want to give it up.
It's so good. I mean, that's the problem. The problem is that all that shit hits evolutionary triggers that we've had since we were hunter-gatherers, you know? And so when you came across, like, a honeycomb, you fucking scarfed that thing down. Yeah. And your brain was like, yes, good sugar. We want some of this. Sugar. Yeah. Yeah. But they didn't have, like, any kind of refined carbs or anything. Like once a year they'd get some fruit, but the rest of the time they were just like meat
to live, dude. You know?
Meat, fat.
We just eat for pleasure, dude.
They just get like chunks of salt somewhere and just eat it, you know.
I was home last night, dude, and I was like pretty hammered. I was watching wrestling till like 3:00 in the morning. And we went to Costco, and I got like a big old thing of like fucking it's not peanut butter, but was it the honey roasted nuts?
Oh god, yeah.
I ate like the whole my wife woke me up this morning. She's like, "You eat the whole fucking thing of peanuts?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Well, because the only thing better than a handful of peanuts is the next one.
You're right.
That's pretty much how everything is.
I ate so much shit last night, dude. Fucking, oh man, we went to that Braun Yassor.
Oh yeah.
I can never pronounce the fucking name.
I call it the Natchez one.
The Natchez pizza place.
Yeah, the Natchez pizza. That's good. They have good pizza.
Yeah,
too.
dude. We got the cheeseburger pizza, so it comes with like lettuce, tomato, like pickles and shit. So it's fucking nice, dude. We'll do like. My wife, like, I've been getting her... She's now just getting into beer, dude. Like, she never liked drinking beer whatsoever.
Really?
So, yeah, she's always, like, a mixed drink person. Mm-hmm. But she'd always, like, drink, like, shitty drinks, like Baileys and, like, half and half or some shit, you know? So it's like, whatever, okay? But, like, I don't know, for some reason, dude, like, we started going to that public house on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, we'll do, like, the little samplers, dude, and she'll do, like, ciders and stuff. I'm like, I fucking hate ciders. I think ciders are fucking gross as shit, dude.
I think it... Yeah. And I think it's an affront to breweries when they have ciders.
You think so?
Yeah. Fucking man up and find a beer that you like. It's just like wine, or just like if you try enough of them, eventually you'll find one that you.
Well, that's what she's doing now. Like she's found some like pale ales that she likes and stuff. Like I turned her on to the cream ales, the nature cream ales,
those are
dude.
good.
Fucking delicious, dude. I love those. And like even the coffee stouts, like the porters and all that. Like she's turning the corner. So like. I don't know, lately she's like, yeah, let's go get good drinks. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I was going to stay sober this week, but fuck it.
Yeah, the last time I was at the public house, they had, and the bad part, it's another reason, like, why I'm not a very good sports fan and stuff, because I can't remember names, like, at all. Yeah. So, like.
It takes me a while
it's
sometimes.
Like, it's a beer, and, but anyway.
That's why those numbers are so fucking, like, important.
It was like a something, like a, I want to say like something like an amber or something like that, but it had a hint of coffee, and I don't really generally like coffee flavored beer.
Right, I love it.
But this one just had a little, just a touch. God, that shit was good, and it was like 8%. I mean, that's the problem. That's the problem with those beers, is they're so fucking tasty.
Yeah,
and you just glug, 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 glug. Well, at least I do. I just hammer them.
It's like Brandon Allen, dude. Like, we'll go. I remember one time we went to Bell Breakers once, and like he just like we went to Jimmy John's, got sandwiches, and he just ate it, bop 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 bop, and just fucking chugged the fucking beer. And I'm like barely halfway, a quarter through my beer and like my sandwich, and it's like,
it's so good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, man, I can knock off like a half rack of Rainier in an evening.
Yeah.
Like, no big deal.
Not even feel it.
Yeah. And I'll go to one of those breweries like that, and you have like 6 pints of those.
Wasted off that,
you're
dude.
Fucking blacked out.
Yeah.
And you're like, I only had 6 beers, and you're like throwing up out of your car.
Like, that happened to us like last Saturday or last weekend, dude. Like I said, I was all hungover on Monday. That's why I canceled. Just because like we were recording our movie podcast. And typically, I don't drink for those. I typically just smoke a bunch of weed. Yeah. But, like, I don't know. For some reason or another, my buddy was off probation, finally off his DUIs. We're like, let's get hammered and record fucking shit. Dude, I woke up the next morning like, I don't remember what I fucking said on that podcast. Like, I had to listen to it back. It's like, okay.
Was it okay? Did you say
yeah, no, we're
bad?
good. yeah, a little bit here and there, but like we're gonna release it. Like it's not gonna. We're not.
My
gonna
problem
release.
with drinking is I'll like someone will go, "Hey, you know so and so," and I'll be like, "Yeah, fuck that guy," because out of something like some like minor stupid disagreement, and for some reason, drunk Brian is like gets all fixated on it, and then talks a bunch of trash.
Oh no!
Then someone will be like, "Hey, dude, I heard that you said blah blah blah," and I'll be like, "Yeah,
I apologize."
that was me.
I'm so happy when I drink, dude. Like
I guess it hurt my feelings more than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually really happy too. Like, but yeah, I do have what's the word, couth. I don't have a lot of couth. I just say stuff, you know.
Well, shit, dude, I've been following you on Facebook, dude. And like that's what I wanted to lead off with, but we got started drinking. No, but like, because I love it, because I feel like there's an art form to what you do. Is like the comments on the KIMA page, and like the fucking trolling on there, dude. It's amazing.
Well, I don't like to say it's trolling. Like some of the comments I make are just what I think. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, they'll be all on some policeman's nuts for finding some drugs or something. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this is fucking pointless. The war on drugs is just the most pointless exercise in the history of the United States. Pointless. Agreed. Pointless. It's completely pointless.
Prison industrial complex.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We don't need to go down that road. But and then some of them are just like,
well, let's just say some of the people in Yakima are fucking retarded.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Just dumb. And so what I try to do is I try to expose their own hypocrisy for whatever the topic is. Because it's just like you were just like, so like the $30 tab thing went through. Right. Which I think is cool. I think regressive.
God, it feels like they've been I remember as a kid they were passing shit like that. It feels like we've passed that.
Yeah, Tim Eyman did it before, and then they figured out some kind of way to fuck us some more. Yeah. But like the regressive taxation, I don't like that because.
What's the regressive? I'm pretty stupid when it comes to politics.
Well, so like progressive taxation is like you're taxed on a percentage of X, Y, and Z, and you like I pay 1%, you pay 1%. Right. Although our actual amounts are different, we're still paying equitably the same. Like it has the same impact on our, like our buying power. Oh, you know. So like if I have $1 million, I pay $100,000, and if you have 100, you pay 10.
And so you're just paying the same percentage.
And it's the same. It has the same impact on our budget, basically. That makes sense. But if you say tabs are $250, well, if I have $1 million, $250 isn't shit. But if you have $1,000, $250 is a big fucking chunk of that $1,000. Yeah. So I don't think that's why I think regressive taxation is bad, and that's why I voted yes on the $30 tab fee. Right. Because you know what, fuck that. You know, we should. $30 is cool. You know, you should be able to afford $30 once a year. Yeah. You could save up. $1 a month. $1 a month. Or $2 a month or whatever.
Shit, it's like you're taxed at every single fucking level of your life, man. Dude. Like taxation is theft, dude.
It's so bad. And then people say taxation is theft, which is true. It is. But if taxation was equitable, we have to pay taxes to live in a modern society. Yeah. Like, unless you want to like live where you live, out in the fucking middle of nowhere, off grid. Yeah,
I know, dude. I live out this compound out here and shit. Dude.
My on the way over here, my daughter goes, "He has Wi-Fi, right?" And I'm like, you know what? I don't know.
We don't even have the internet out here, dude. Like,
because the ocean's like a couple hundred yards that way,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking, well, no, dude. I've had a couple.
It's
companies,
way out here.
I've had a couple companies come out here, dude. And they'll get up on my roof. They're like, "Oh yeah, you're like too low. Like our house is built too fucking low."
But you're on a hill.
I don't know. Well, they get well, you'd think they'd get the fucking signal that way, and if it was that way, it'd be fine. But everybody's signal comes from fucking Tieton. So like we're at such like we're at just like the perfect area where it's like so
like the next ridge over is casting you in a shadow.
Yeah, there's something like that, and so like I've basically that's why I have so many fucking movies, dude. Just because like I just don't even fuck with the internet.
It's kind of but it's gotta be kind of a little oasis though.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. Like I mean I have like internet on my phone and stuff, so like I've gotten around because like when I first moved out here, because like you know like we were talking about, I watch wrestling, so like I'll you know. I have that Lightning app for my iPhone, so I just connect it to my TV, dude, and I just stream it. I just get unlimited, you know, the unlimited plan on my cell phone. So
yeah, that's cool.
Works.
Yeah, that works.
So, yeah, taxation is theft.
But they go. where were we going with that? We were like, $30 tax.
Well, you do need taxes to pay for.
So then King County, they're like challenging it with a lawsuit.
I saw that.
And all this stuff. And then all the conservatives are like, stupid fucking liberals, and they don't care about what the people say and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, like kind of how like the county commissioners put a moratorium on selling marijuana when the people voted for marijuana.
Yeah.
And
I actually voted against that, dude. 502 or whatever it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I voted against it because within like I
heard it did some damage to like the medicinal.
Well, wiped it out. It's completely gone. Like
there
is no medicinal industry here in Washington State. It's all
all retail now.
It's all retail now. But like what I the reason I voted no on was because it wasn't going to allow home grow, so like it would still be illegal to like grow your own. And then two, there was like a felony DUI law that was attached to it, which apparently at this point like it's non-existent. Like I've never heard of anybody getting charged with a felony DUI for marijuana.
Oh, really?
But like initially when I read through the
they can't even test you properly, so
yeah, they're still not able to. Which like I mean I drive high all the fucking time, you know. So it's like I drive fine, dude. Like drunk driving I think is a problem. But
I'm so jealous, dude. I wish I could smoke pot. I can't smoke pot.
You gotta start like you gotta.
I can smoke it. I'm really fucking bad at it.
Yeah.
It either like makes me cry in the corner or
just like
just pass out cold.
Yeah. Well, the fucking dabs, dude. That's what dabs do to me. It feels like if I can go back to like when I was 16. Like we did a podcast here a couple weeks ago, dude. And like it was me.
Yeah, I heard about
Mark
that.
Christopher and shit. Like Mark Christopher
was talking about it on our podcast.
Was he? Oh shit! See, I haven't gotten to that part then. But yeah, Mark Christopher fucking brought his dab rig, dude. I took one. I was like, oh yeah, let's get wasted. Like I take one hit, I'm like, oh shit, like the anxiety fucking comes in. You're like, yeah.
I don't think you'd want to start there.
I'm a pretty experienced smoker though, so
don't you want to kind of prime the pump?
Yeah, you do. But like, I don't know. At this level, it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm gonna I can't talk or anything. I can function pretty fucking well off it. But like. Internally, though, it's like, I'm not driving a car for the next, 2 hours.
It was funny. My brother-in-law, we were at Hop Nation, of all places anyway. My brother-in-law, we were standing outside, and he was smoking a joint. And this other friend of mine smokes that wax stuff, which is like dabs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not hip like you, like you crazy kids.
I'm not, dude. I'm still like I smoke joints, dude. Like that's my preferred method is like a bowl or a joint. Dude.
So this guy says to my brother-in-law, he's like, "Yeah, dude, you want to hit this? You want to hit this here?" And my brother-in-law was like, "Yeah," and this guy goes, "Well, just take it easy because it'll take your head off, you know." And my brother-in-law was like, "I'm a daily smoker, man. I smoke it," and he does. He tokes it up like crazy. And anyway, he took a hit of that shit, and we were all standing outside, and he just went in and sat down.
This gets all
And I go in there, I was like, "You okay?" And he's like, "Fuck." He was just white knuckling the table. He's like, "I'm so fucking high right now." And I was like,
God.
"Well, he warned you. Quit trying to." Don't try to. How many people have you seen get totally fucked off trying to show off for stoners?
Right.
I mean, I've done it.
Yeah.
They're like, "Here, you want to hit?" "Yeah, I'll hit that shit," and then hit it all up, and then you're like, "Oh, too much."
I was at my buddy's house one time for a Seahawks game, and like he lives out on the Aqua reservation.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting out there, and this same shit, dude. Some old dude like, "No, yeah, I smoke fucking joints back in the day." Fucking my friend gives him a dab, dude. The same shit, dude. Like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Like he's out in the middle of the fucking field laying down, like. I remember we used to do these things called gravity bong hits.
I remember. Yeah. Well, we called them pickle buckets, but
pickle buckets. Okay, that's a good one.
You'd take the top off, you'd cut the bottom off of a 2-liter, and then you'd make a bowl out of that, and then stick it down in a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, and
that's exactly what you do.
Dude, one time in high school. And I grew up out here, by the way. I've partied in a lot of these fields and barns and shit around here. But
it's like Brandon Huck. He said the same shit about coming out here. He's like, "Yeah, I used to party out here all the time, dude."
We used to party. We just have impromptu parties, and like we'd find a dip, like in a field. You know, there'd be like a dip or a dugout, and we'd go in there and party because you couldn't see it from the road.
That's how you do it, dude.
But this chick, fucking, she was same kind of thing. She was talking shit and like. And they were like, "Well, take it easy on this, you know, because it hits you pretty hard." And she's like, "That's stupid." And she did that pickle bucket hit, and she stood up and just fucking passed out cold.
I believe it.
And she was laying on the ground doing the chicken and shit. And We were like,
I mean, having like what's it? Fucking convulsions.
yeah, and it's so like
She hits her head.
like teenagers are so fucking heartless, dude. Because we just scattered. We were like, she's gonna die. Poof, and we just left. No. Well, like left the room.
Yeah.
But I was like, she'll be fine. And her boyfriend's like, where are you guys going? And we're like, away from this shit.
This is before cell phones and call.
Yeah, you can't do anything.
We're in the middle of the field.
We're in the
I don't.
Way out. We were like way out in fucking Tampico or some shit.
Oh fuck it! We.
So there was like there's no communication.
No, damn. Even now, dude. Like you go out North Fork, dude. Like you lose cell
there's
reception,
nothing out there.
You're done, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's like going back in time.
I had a friend in high school. He was kind of like, I don't know. He's a pretty smart guy. I don't know, but he what he did is he took those like back in the day when the Sobe bottles used to be glass.
Oh yeah.
He was able to like cut it. And so we used a Sobe bottle, and we had like a cooler of some kind, and we would just rip off that, dude. But before that, like I had a friend, like when I first started smoking weed, it was the same 2-liter bottle, dude. And like the only time I've ever like puked off fucking smoking weed was off those gravity bong hits when I was fucking 15, 16, dude. And like, those
you could fit like in a 2-liter Coke bottle, you could fit damn near a fucking gram of weed in that inside that bottle if you just pull it up real easy and light it,
Fuck. I kind of like now that like this is the second time now in the last couple of weeks this has been brought up. I kind of need to like because I had a bong. Yeah, like I had a bong for the longest time at my old house, but then like as we were like I don't know like in my garage, it was in my garage, and like my kids like went to get a kite, and like it was right next to the kite, dude. It fucking just tipped over and broke, dude. And like I just haven't replaced it. No. So and, like to me, like smoking a bong rip, dude, that like fucking gets you so high, dude.
So I gotta tell you about this. So Jaime shows up the other night to do our podcast, and
which is Killing Time with Brian Briskey and Anthony Hernandez.
With Anthony Hernandez and Brian Briskey.
Find it on iTunes.
And
find it. They can find it. I'll put the shit on the show notes on mine.
Oh, okay, so awesome. Thank you.
Connect it.
But he shows up with this like little kid backpack, and I was like, that's weird. But then it's Jaime, so of course it's weird. Like there's some weird shit going on there. And anyhow, he's like, hey, you mind if I roll a joint? And I said, sure, just go ahead. And so he pulls out this fucking jar out of this thing, like full of weed. It must have had a pound of weed in it. It was like this big old tall jar with the little clasp thingies on top of it.
Jaime, dude. I love it. I love those nights.
God, he's funny.
Dude, he's funny. That fucking jar over there was the last remnants of what we did for that party podcast, dude. He did the same shit, dude. He brought a fucking huge container.
His big old jar.
I was just like, my ashtray, dude, was filled with like half smoked joints, dude, from that night, dude. We took like he did like a double joint, dude, where he took like 2 fucking papers and was like, oh yeah, so high, dude. We were so fucking high.
He's crazy. Anthony comes in and he goes, do you think that'll get you through the hour?
Nah, it's not.
He's like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, Facebook, man, I used to play, I played music for a long time. It's like singer-songwriter type stuff, And that's how I got so fearless being on stage, because I've done it hundreds of times.
Yeah.
But it's a little different with just a microphone.
Yeah.
Like my guitar was kind of like a buffer between me and them. And they kind of feel a little naked.
Yeah, playing music's completely different compared to like. I mean, it's got its own hiccups that you gotta.
It's got when it's just you and a guitar. It's kind of weird because you think it's like when you build something and all you can see is the flaws. And then you're playing music and then you're like, oh, I fucked that up, or oh, I put the verses in the wrong order, and nobody really knows. No one's gonna. That's how I did. But if you're doing stand up and you just fucking forget something, you can't just sit there and keep playing the chords and then kind of think about where you are and then get back on track. You just stop. But
I like that feeling though. Like I've learned to embrace it, because when I first started doing stand up, like I would always like, if I fucked up or something, like, oh, that fucking sucks. And I'd say that on stage and shit. And, like it was like a dirty fucking like habit that I had. It took the longest to fucking break it, dude. But I finally like, if I fuck up, I just don't say anything. I'll just stand there in awkward silence, dude. Just whatever, dude. Yeah. Fucking and then keep going, It is what it is.
I don't know. I did it I did it the first time just a few months ago, and fuck, I just loved it. I mean, I never fell so hard so fast for something ever.
Yeah.
And I did all right. I actually did my my first set was at Hop Nation, and there was a bunch of people, and I got a bunch of laughs, and then I was like, "Fuck, this is easy."
I'll keep doing this.
I got a bunch of laughs. This is easy. And then I bombed fucking miserably the next 2 times.
That's how it works.
Just bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, not booze, not that kind of bomb. Like zero reaction. And you're like,
we've all been there.
and I'm like, okay, so
You
I
gonna
guess
keep
that's
working?
it for me.
Gonna keep doing this?
But it's kind of funny. It's like anything else, though. You just hear things or you see things, and then you're like, you kind of start thinking in terms of, how is this a joke? And then you start writing jokes. I like to write jokes. I like to write jokes that you can like tell, like you can tell your coworkers on Monday or whatever, you know.
Right.
But yeah, I love it. Oh, Facebook. We were talking about Facebook. Sorry.
No, it's cool.
I drink a lot.
Well, it's fun. It's fun that you like bring up like that you did music for so long, dude. Because like I mean, up until like a couple months ago, I never met you. But then I see I see like we have like 30 mutual fucking friends on there. Like you know a bunch of people
It's
that I
so
know.
weird.
You know, it's awesome.
It's so weird. Yeah, I'll see people on Facebook and it'll be like 67 mutual friends, and I'm like, how do I not know this motherfucker? Right. And you look on there and you're like, I've never seen him, never heard of him, don't know who they are.
That weird.
And then you're like, how do we have all these people in common?
Right.
And then, but they're like real friends. Like I have 800 and something Facebook friends, but I only probably know 50 or 60 of them, maybe 100. But like, you know what I mean? And they're like real people that I actually interact with, and I'm like, how do I not ever see you? Or how does this happen?
For me, man, I mean, like I'm pretty much like stuck in this compound, dude. Like I just like it's been so many years like since I've like gone out consistently and like, oh, it's a Friday night, let's go to the bar, guys.
This
like,
would be a perfect place to start like a cult.
Fucking, that's what Mike Falk said, dude. He's like, thought he was walking into the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I was like, oh, you wait till you see the garage bays on the other side of the wall, dude.
Let me show you my meat hooks.
Come check it out.
They're fantastic.
When we first moved out here, dude, it was fucking scary, dude. Like,
it gets dark out here, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, dude, like when we first moved out here, the person we bought the property from, her husband had died like in our house, like a couple years before.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah. But like,
did he leave a smudge?
No.
No.
We switched out the bed, so we have our own bed. So, but like we moved out here a couple years ago, dude. It was like the lady just completely gave up, dude. Like everything was like overgrown, dude. Like it was just it was like field mice running around. Dude.
Are you the only people that live on this road?
On this road, yeah. I mean, because technically what it is my father-in-law owns the house over there. And then like there's a house next door that my I guess her stepbrother fucking lives in. And then we're on this private road here. And so like we bought this property, and like we basically just spent the last couple of years fucking trying to build it back. Like we're in the process now of finally getting into remodeling that house up there. So like we're gonna be doing that. Like
your road's really nice.
Yeah. Well,
did you pay for your road?
We
just nice.
We just dropped new gravel on it last spring, so we we get gravel on it once a year.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, it is nice, dude. But when we first moved out here, what I was gonna say is like this garage was way scarier, dude. Like it was like there was so much shit piled in this room. Like they just moved out, left a bunch of fucking shit. So we're like basically having to go through all.
Yeah,
this
my
shit,
daughter
dude.
goes, "Is this the place?" It's just your garage door was open.
Yeah,
and
well, it looks scary as fuck up on the outside. It does look like Texas Chainsaw. I don't know. It's like my wife's like, "Oh, maybe we should paint it." I'm like, nah, fuck it. Dude.
I know, man. I made a meme a couple weeks ago, and I thought it was so awesome, and it didn't hit on it for anybody. And I just I found this picture of Leatherface, and I said, in a world of Freddy's and Jasons, be a Leatherface.
I saw that,
and I'm like, no reaction. I was like, that's so clever. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
I love Texas Chainsaw, dude. Like,
I
that's
love
such
that
a scary movie, dude.
It's so scary. I remember watching it in high school, you know, and just being like, God, that's fucked up.
Well, the scene where like the guy's like he's like hello, and then Leatherface just pops out of that fucking door.
And Leatherface is so terrifying, and he's like retard strong, you know.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And so remember, like, I think one of the scariest scenes is when that chick like is kind of escaping or whatever, and Leatherface is like all visibly perturbed and just hangs her up on the meat hook.
That's scary. Yeah.
He just grabs her and just puts her up there on the meat hook like she's like a bag of dog food or something.
Nothing, dude.
Just like nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm just, can you imagine, man? You just get like stuck in some kind of situation like that.
Like it can happen, dude. Like, oh fuck,
It can happen. It can happen in fucking Wiley City.
Yeah, oh fuck, dude. Go to fucking like
crazy
White Swan,
shit going
dude.
on out there.
I'd imagine that shit going down like a White Swan or something like that. To me, that place always scares me, dude. Like the valley down there, dude. Like you always hear shit, dude. What the fuck? There was like I don't know, like 4 or 5 months ago. Like I kind of mentioned it on the podcast a while back, dude. But it was like they found like a bunch of fucking sewn body parts together in like a dumpster in Arizona or something.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, people do that shit, dude. There's fucking
people
maniacs.
do that shit. And then think about this, too. Those people are just fucking people. Mm-hmm. Like someone that you bump into at Safeway and be like, oh, excuse me. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's okay. And then, and then they have a barn with 100 fucking corpses all mixed matched in it. Like, just think.
Yeah.
I saw this one thing. It's like 1 in 100 people that you go by or something like that is a serial killer or some shit like that, or is about to become one, or
not named Brandon Allen.
Not named Brandon Allen. Brandon Allen would be the worst serial killer in history because he'd talk about it on the fucking.
You feel like I just caught my first fucking.
Yeah, this fucking chick I killed this week was like blah 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 blah.
So I shut her up.
Stupid whore. So I hung her on a meat hook.
It's like, unless you got cocaine, I ain't doing shit.
I'm not letting you go unless you got the blow.
I can get it, I swear. Well, we'll see. Call your guy.
Fucking Brandon Allen.
We'll negotiate your release for some cocaine.
You got a hookup?
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking certifiably insane.
Oh, dude, I've known Brandon since like 2004, dude. Like me and him like bonded over horror films like back in like, cause like I took the video production class back at YV Tech. Oh yeah. And so did he. So but he was a year behind me. So like fucking that's how we bonded over the years, was just fucking horror films. And, like,
dude, I love those movies.
Shit, dude.
I love 70s and 80s slasher movies. The best. They're
so
good.
This whole thing right here, dude, is filled full of like Chucky, all the Freddy Krueger movies, Texas Chainsaw. Like I have them all, dude.
There was like these movies like Chud and
I've heard
like,
of Chud.
And they were just like, these movies are just completely fucking pointless, and it's just hot half naked chicks getting their throats cut.
Like the fucking
for 90 minutes.
Yeah, the best, dude. It's the best.
And you're just like, oh, the plots fucking suck.
Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah, Slumber Party Massacre.
Yeah.
I had this friend named John, and we were in like junior high together and stuff, and he was into that. And there was like, I don't know if it's still around, but it was Fangoria magazine.
Yeah. No, I don't think they. Man, I wish they fucking.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it was like a metal, like a heavy metal band magazine, but for horror films.
No, I know exactly.
And like I would read that shit cover to cover, and like we'd make props, and we'd like take an old machete that we found in the garage and grind it out, and so it looked like you were cutting your arm, and you put like a snot sucker for a baby on a tube and fill it up with fake blood, and we'd do all this stuff. Yeah, it was just like we were so fucking into it,
Yeah.
And I love all that shit. I love all that, like all things evil and
all things evil. Well, me and Brandon, dude, we've been talking about.
I have a bunch of satanic shirts and stuff that I wear sometimes, and I just like all that stuff.
Scare people
at the grocery store.
Like, hey, what's up? It's pretty. It seems like it's kind of like socially acceptable at this point, in terms of like,
it's a lot different.
Shit,
I mean, if you wore a pentagram T-shirt when I was in high school, like, it was bad. Like they were getting like counselors involved and stuff, and you're like, it's just Slayer.
Don't you go to church?
Yeah, don't you go to church?
Yeah,
Like it's
fucking
just
Slayer,
it's
dude.
just Slayer. It's fine. I don't even know what they're talking about, but yeah.
I remember in high school, this is like 2002, dude. We were going to homecoming, and my friend had a trench coat on and had the Kiss patch on there, you know. And this is like 2002, dude.
Right.
And we had like one of our science teachers like come up to us, and he's like, "Oh, Knights in Satan's service, huh?" Shut the fuck up, Mr. Bush.
Yeah, that's what
Fucking
it is.
asshole.
Why do you think we listened to him?
That guy was such a dick, dude. I remember like
And it was so funny that they thought Kiss was satanic because they sound like the fucking Beatles.
yeah. Nowadays,
Like,
it's like
they
that's
just-
like the most tamest thing you're gonna.
Oh,
fucking
it's
listen
so
to.
tame, you know.
Love Gun.
Yeah, Love Gun, and then I like Kiss. Don't
I love
get me wrong,
Kiss,
I love
dude. No,
Kiss.
I love
but
Kiss.
it's so tame, and like people like just they used to freak out about like Alice Cooper and stuff, and then you like look at Marilyn Manson and how far he took it. You know,
and-
what's the next guy gonna do? Like
Shit, right?
murder children on
It's like
stage?
Norwegian death metal bands, dude. Like,
Yeah.
a buddy of mine's like he's he was all into that shit, dude. So like, I was never really into any of the satanic death metal and shit, but like, I was kind of exposed to it to a point,
Yeah.
you know, through him. So like, he would just tell me about this guy that like, yeah, straight up like went and burned churches in Norway and shit.
Yeah.
Was in prison, and like I forget the guy's fucking name, dude, but like,
Oh, it's probably Vander something or other.
yeah, it was something with a V, dude.
Yeah, Vander.
Yeah.
Vander something.
Yeah, I fucking forget.
Did you? There's that one death metal band that someone took a picture of their singer. He had blown his head off with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And they took a picture of it and made it their album cover.
I've heard of that.
Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard, I can't
I
remember
saw
the name,
it.
but I know I've heard of that.
I saw a
before.
guy in Seattle a couple years ago that had that on a T-shirt.
Oh my god, dude.
And I was walking by and I was like, death, or I was like, I said something like Norwegian death metal or something, and he just goes, "Hail Satan!" And I was like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
Gotta love America.
Gotta love America.
Fucking jeez.
But he knew what it was. You know, it's not like these poser ass kids wearing a Slayer T-shirt and never even heard of it.
I know now kids say
Yeah.
growing up, dude. It's like
Wear like a Kill 'Em All Metallica T-shirt and
Yeah.
never even heard it before.
fucking Metallica.
Fucking millennials.
I'm millennial.
I know you're a man.
Well, it's like
That's why
what
I said
Generation
it.
Z now, dude. It's like my kid's like. I knew it was gonna come to the day where my kid was gonna get into his own music and shit. I was like, I can embrace it. And it's like,
Yeah.
finally comes that day, and he's like, yeah, I like techno music. I'm like, really? Fucking techno music?
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
That's a real bummer.
well, like he does listen, like he listens to some of the music that I listen to because he's in the band.
Yeah.
So like I listen to a lot of ska music. So like he likes
Oh, yeah.
the trombones, like trumpets and all that shit. So like
That's
Mad
cool.
Caddies, like that's like his favorite band, like in terms of like,
Oh, yeah.
ska. But you know, I don't know.
I
good shit.
got fucking somebody boomered me.
No shit.
And I'm like not even a boomer, I'm a Gen Xer.
Yeah, right.
It's like, you motherfucker.
Dude,
How
like,
dare you?
Boomers are like in their 60s.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm like in my 40s.
Like, yeah, settle down, dude.
Just because I got gray in my fucking beard.
Yeah, I said like,
Assholes.
okay, boomer. I was like, hey, I'll
Should have just grabbed him by the fucking throat and like shoved him against the fucking
hung him
wall.
on a meat hook.
Yo.
But
If you're
should have
grew up doing
leather
grunge,
faced
you're a
him.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking yeah, no, that I've seen some people talking shit about the whole boomer meme thing that's coming out,
Yeah.
but like I think it's kind of funny. I don't know.
I think it's hilarious, man. I mean, one, like, going back to your thing about Facebook and commenting on shit
Yeah.
and stuff, and how like they call people snowflakes, and they're like, you know, like, oh, you're gonna get triggered, brr, 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 brr. Well, say something about Jesus being gay and watch them get triggered.
Oh yeah, hella trigger, dude.
Like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
anything, like they are the biggest bunch of fucking pansies in the world.
Yeah, they are.
They get so butthurt. You're like, you're ready to have a revolution because you have to press one for one for English.
Yeah, and then they get so
Like-
pissed off when it's like a foreign person, and they're just like,
Oh yeah,
America. I've had I work customer service, dude, and I've had so many fucking people say that to me, like, thank God you're American. Oh, okay.
how can you tell?
Right? Like, I could be Canadian, asshole.
Yeah,
like, what do
I
you
could be
know?
Canadian.
Maybe I transferred to India, bro. Better
I
benefits.
know,
I
and
don't
it's
know.
like, what's so like, why do they have such a hard on? Like, How does someone stay that mad about one thing for so fucking long?
I don't know, dude. I've learned just to get over shit.
Don't other things happen during the day that make you mad too, and kind of like push that mad part down?
I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that they just have nothing else going on in their life, right? Like, I mean, like people like us. I mean, we have like, you know, it's like, oh, we have comedy. You know, I'm doing a podcast, doing this. Like, you have other shit to like, you know. But some people are just like constantly refreshing that Facebook page, like, I just want to talk shit. And put these people in their fucking place, dude.
And dude,
I used to be there. Like, I used to fucking comment on hella shit on KMA, dude. But like, I got away from it, dude. It was like, it's too much.
Yeah, I gotta get out of it again. Liberals are just as bad. Yeah. Like now it's like some kind of like woke competition. Like, how woke can you be and stuff? God. And I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like it's more of like a socialist, I guess, in my political views, you know. But goddamn, dude, like, let's get some perspective,
right?
Like, just a little bit. Yeah. Like, everything is funny. Can we just, you know? Well, it's like, chill out a little bit.
Just because like you make a joke doesn't make you a bad fucking person. It may be an inconsiderate joke, you know, but like at the same time, it doesn't make you a fucking Nazi.
There was this guy on Facebook.
Cancel this person. I have a friend that's like, just cancel everything, dude. It's just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's how you want to live life.
This woke bullshit is just it's just too much.
Like, I get calling people out when they when they're doing fucking some stupid shit. Like, people should be held accountable.
Like, if I say I just referred to you as a dumb fuck. Yeah. Like, every time I was like, oh, hey Kevin, you dumb fuck. And then you came to me and said, hey, you know, that bothers me when you say that. And then I would go, oh, okay, I won't say that anymore. Right. Just because I'm a decent human being. Yeah. You don't have to fuck. Like, you can just tell me. Yeah. And people get so fucking mad. They're like, no, I want to keep calling him a dumb fuck. God damn it. Yeah, Who is he to tell me that I can't call him a dumb fuck?
Yeah, I know some people like that, dude.
You know?
Yeah. Well, it's just like, yeah, dude. It's just like, well, you should be respectful of all people. Like, you really should
just be
and
nice.
If somebody doesn't enjoy what you're saying, then don't
say it.
Like, know your audience. You know, you know what I mean. Like, know your fucking audience, dude.
But in the same respect, like, if we're sitting here talking and you don't mind it and I don't mind it, why can't we talk about it?
Exactly.
And then there's always some prick at the party who's like, I heard you guys talking and and you're like,
the podcast.
Well, don't fucking listen, or don't listen to what we're talking about.
And they feel it's like their crusade at that point to shut you up.
Yeah. And you're not going to change.
Oh, I'm just waiting, dude. I'm waiting for one of these days for to get a fucking email from somebody.
Oh, we already, we our podcast was up for 2 weeks and we got hate mail.
Did you really?
Yeah, and not really hate mail.
I think my listeners are pretty fucking cool, dude, because I've never gotten any.
You haven't gotten any?
No.
It was Anthony's friend, and he was like, yeah, I recommended your podcast, but then I got into it about 20 minutes and I was so offended I had to turn it off. And I'm like, how?
And then they have to let you know about it.
Like, I'm a middle-aged white guy. Anthony's half Mexican, half Native American. Right. We got our demographic. We got our affirmative action quota. Like, I feel like we could say anything.
Yeah.
All we need is a black guy, and then holy shit,
you're off to the races.
A transgendered black guy, and then we could literally say anything we wanted ever.
Yeah.
But that's what you need. You need to, like, in order to say this or that, you need to qualify it with some sort of life experience that doesn't make any sense to me.
Dude, I know. I was, like, online last night, and I saw some shit going down. I was just, like, following it, you know, throughout the night. And I was like, that's everything was, like, instead of, like, talking about the situation and, like, you know, it's like, well, I did this and I did that. It's like, oh, okay, cool. I don't see how that's even relevant to what we're talking about, but okay. You know.
The other thing that irritates me is people who are like, oh, that doesn't happen. Well, how do you know it doesn't happen? It's never happened to me.
Well, that's one thing I've been really trying to do a lot better of, is like putting myself in other people's positions.
Well, yeah, just because something never happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Like, I know I've never had menstruation, but I know that shit exists.
That's a good point.
Like, I've never had that. I mean, so it's just like, police brutality? That shit doesn't exist. It never happened to me. Does. That's like just saying, well, periods aren't real. I've never had one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's totally different.
What do you mean people aren't oppressed? You know what I mean? Like, people are completely... I've always been oppressed.
Like, I shop at Fred Meyer all the time and no one watches me. That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, I just remember being
And
a
then you
teenager.
say, well, it's because you're a middle-aged white guy. Whoa, you're a racist.
What are you... Fuck boomer. Shut the fuck up, boomer.
I know. It's like, dude, I like... Well, yeah. Like, my whole... The only reason I have a purview into any of that stuff is because I was married to a black lady for 12 years and lived around black folks and went places with them and saw what happened to them and all that stuff. And so I'm like, no, that shit's fucking real. Yeah. Like, even with my own kids and stuff, I go places and we've been followed and shit, and I calling people out and stuff.
It happens, dude.
It fucking happened. And it's not like rarely. I mean, it's like all fucking day, every day. Wow. It just keeps going on and on and on. And that's why people fucking snap. I mean, or not even snap, but that's just, and then you talk about it, and then you're like,
other people's fucking, like, because like if you're hearing somebody like, oh, that doesn't happen, it's like, well, fuck you, yeah, it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen. Like, how do you think it doesn't happen?
I think people just need to show more compassion towards other people's situations, dude. You know,
well,
like, you know, I think that's really what it comes down to. You know, like, put yourself in that person's shoes, see how it fucking feels.
I always use the lobster hand analogy, like when you're a little kid and you go to your mom's friend's house and she'd be like, hey, her husband has lobster hands, you know? Mm-hmm. And then you would go and she'd be like, don't look at them and don't make fun of him and don't say anything about it, you know? Right. And you'd be like, okay, cool. And then you'd go.
Lobster hands? What? I've never even heard of lobster hands before.
You have to shake his lobster hand and pretend like it's cool, but you're shitting yourself. And you're like, lobster hand.
It's wet. He's got sweaty palms, sweaty fucking claws.
But you didn't do anything because you're, you know, you just don't. Well, why can't you just do that? Why can't you not
be an asshole?
Yeah, why can't you just be cool and, you know, don't. Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, for the most part, man, I'm pretty much like, this is probably the most political my podcast ever gets, dude. Because like we'll talk about this shit from time to time, but like, I really do try to stay away. Like, I try to find like what I have more in common with a person rather than what I don't have in common. So but that comes from years of fucking experience.
And shit that honestly, the shit that I talk like, I make those comments on the news and stuff. It's funny. I'm just fucking with you. I'm
That's
just
what
like
I'm saying.
making a joke. Like the other day, there was a
there was this dog.
This dog ran away from home, and they found the dog 470 miles from where the dog lived. Yeah. And I said, well, why'd you take him home? Obviously, he was trying to get as far away from those people as he could.
It's like, oh, I'm trying to get
and
away.
this lady wrote this big, so you think that, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, Brenda, chill out.
It's a comment.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if he really I don't know. I can't get inside the head of a dog. I don't know if that's, but I'm saying if you find me 500 miles from somewhere, I don't want to be there.
Yeah, you would think
wherever
that.
I came
it's common sense, dude. Like, just get the fuck away, dude.
Yeah, he wanted to go elsewhere.
One way I like to troll, because like I don't really get on those sites and like really make like actual comments or anything anymore. But when I'll go on there, I'll get the gifs, and I'll just post hilarious gifs to people's like legit comments on there and just just make fun of them.
I like that one too.
Shit like that, dude. And then another thing, like I like to troll celebrities now on like Instagram and shit. I'll get on there and I'll be like, hey, what's up? Fucking Mariah Carey. Next time you're in Yakima, Washington, I'll fucking buy a pack of cigarettes and we'll go hang out behind the dumpster. Like, just like legit, like just shit like that. Like, it never gets attention for the most part, but I have a handful of friends that, like, you know, I'll post the screenshot of it and they fucking get a kick out of it.
Have you ever had a famous person write you back?
Not for those, no.
Not for those?
No, they typically just fucking ignore those. But, like, I mean,
if you're famous enough, you have a PR
they're probably not even
team that
dude.
Monitors your social media presence. And
I wouldn't even, if I was famous or something, I wouldn't even bother with fucking social media, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to be.
No, dude, I'd be too busy trying to like hook up with chicks and living and.
Like, what do you mean? I got millions of dollars. Why do I give a fuck what bumfuck asshole in Alabama has to say to me? Fuck it.
Yeah. So this week is my first week of not drinking.
I was going to offer you a beer too when you got here, but I was like, it's only 1 o'clock.
It's only...
I drank last night, too.
Don't be ridiculous. It's always time for a cold beer.
I love
always.
I love it.
But yeah, it's weird. I noticed that my stand-up is considerably better when I'm not drunk. And I'm not like a daily, like a degenerate alcoholic, you know?
My dad was.
But I have, yeah, we all have those.
Yeah. What do you mean it's 5 o'clock in the morning and we're going to take a shot at some Black Velvet?
I call it the mystical 3.
Okay.
So I have 3 beers and I can stop and go home.
That's what I do. I do too.
But if I hit that 4th one, I'm closing that bitch down.
Fuck.
I'm getting blacked out.
Nice.
Like I can't, and it's not even like it's like this switch goes off in my head, you know? And so then, yeah, that's what happens. And then I eat, and the bad part is then I fucking binge eat because I get the beer munchies.
Yeah.
You know what the beer munchies are.
That was me last night fucking eating a whole thing of peanuts.
So like beer munchies are just as bad as weed munchies.
I think so.
You know?
Yeah.
Which is maybe worse because at least you started with something that gave you the munchies that didn't have calories in it.
Right.
Beer, you've already had fucking 2,400 calories of beer, and now you're gonna crack on another fucking 2,000 calories of McDonald's at the end of the night. Like, Jesus Christ. No wonder I fucking ballooned up.
Fuck. Well, that's what happened to me all those years, dude. Was just like getting drunk and eating shitty fast food, dude, you know?
So 5 or 6 years ago, I was, this morning I weigh 294,
Nice.
thank you, or 296, thank you very much. But I was 205. So I was like really thin. I was running. Yeah. I was doing all this stuff. I was doing really good. I still drank. I smoked a pack a day and I was running like 20 plus miles a week.
Damn, dude.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But really healthy. And got in a cover band and started playing every weekend and partying every weekend and then just
slowly just
100 pounds.
Yeah, it happens, dude. It happens.
100 fucking pounds, man.
It happened to me, dude.
That's like a 7th grader. It's like,
yeah.
So it's like carrying around a 7th grader on your body all the time.
I know, dude. Well, at least you're on the track
so
to lose
easy.
it, though. I mean, at this point, that's good that you're taking
I mean, it's easy for me not to drink.
Yeah.
I don't get tempted, you know. It's not like, I don't think it was at that level. But I like to fucking drink. I went to Seattle a couple weeks ago and innocently enough went to the brewery. You know that brewery down by the Pikes Market?
Yeah.
My hotel was downtown.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna hit an open mic while I'm up here. That was my plan. And so I found one and everything. And it was up on Capitol Hill, and that's a whole another crazy story. But
I love Capitol Hill.
I went down to that brewery down there and I just started drinking beer, and I found a really tasty Oktoberfest one.
Nice.
That was nice. And it got fucking wasted. Just wasted.
I like drinking by myself sometimes dude.
I love going to a city, like especially like Seattle, by myself and just getting tore up drunk.
That's what's up.
It's so fun, and it's such an adventure. And then if you don't have anyone with you, you meet people, you shake people's hands, you have crazy conversations. I went up and I did a set in it was a gay bar in Capitol Hill, and I just did my normal set.
Right.
It was really funny, got a lot of laughs, got some high fives. It was really cool. Went down the street,
right,
and this guy just asked me if I wanted him to suck my dick.
Maybe.
Just like
a couple more beers, all right.
The funny part about it was he asked me like, "Oh, do you want another cup of coffee?" Or
just
like,
casually.
Is that seat taken? Like,
right.
Hey, you want me to suck your dick?
Maybe.
I'm like,
what? Wait, what?
Yeah. So I crafted that into
politely decline.
I crafted that whole conversation into a little bit, and then I was like, it goes, and so I went from there immediately to the strip club after that. And so I had this thing. I go, when you get that much gay on you at once, you got to get to a strip club, because the only thing that'll get that much gay off of you is stripper glitter.
Stripper glitter. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point. The strip clubs here in Washington, like it sucks because you can't drink enough.
You can't drink, which is good, because I was on semi-blackout when I got to the titty bar.
Yeah.
And I had $60. I had 3 20s and 30 $1 bills and a plan.
Damn.
My plan was to leave with that $60 until I saw the redhead one. There's always one.
It's always that one.
There's always that one
Yeah.
that just fucking. I watched like 6 or 7 strippers,
Right.
and then that fucking one came out, and I was like, well,
Just take my money. Here
there
you go.
goes my $60.
Here's a check. Let me get that checkbook out. We went down to Portland for my friend's bachelor party here a couple months ago, like back in like May, and it was a couple like right around when I just started drinking.
You know,
again.
Portland has more strip clubs than any other city
Love it.
per capita or something like that.
Portland has like some of the best strip clubs I think in the
I
United
know.
States, dude. That's why one thing me and my wife would do is like we'd go to different cities and we'd go to fucking strip clubs and shit.
Right.
Which that's the best, dude. Like taking a chick with you to a strip club, like the girls just pay attention to you the whole time.
Because then you're a pussycat.
Exactly.
You know, they know you're not going to get too handsy
Yeah.
or anything, you know.
Well, it was like we went to Florida, dude, and we went to one down there, dude. This was like 07, dude. And it's the best, dude, because like for one, they allow you hands on, like ass and tits. Like it's like what? Like
In Florida they do?
Yeah, in Florida, dude. If you get a private lap
Jesus.
dance, yeah.
Wow.
Fucking,
Well, they do that here too.
yeah.
In the private room.
Okay.
And if they let you.
I did a private one here in Washington, like I don't know, it was like probably like 10 years ago. It was back in 09 up in Seattle, dude. It was at probably the same one you were at up there.
Yeah, the one I went
Pikes.
right back down to Pikes. Yeah,
Yeah,
Showgirls.
Showgirls. Yep, that's the one we were
Yeah.
at. And
And you go up those stairs.
Yep. You go
I was
up
thinking, I was
I've
wondering.
journeyed many a times up those stairs.
I wonder how many people are, because I was fucking wasted when
Uh-huh.
I came out and I kind of stumbled. And I was like, I wonder how many people like bombed down those stairs. Just like, brrr, boom.
It'd be you would imagine that with video that rich that it would get out somehow.
Just guys falling down those stairs. Because they're like really big. They're like the stairs on The Shining.
Oh,
They're
okay.
like, it's like this big staircase.
Yeah, it is.
It's all red.
Yeah.
It's all
fun.
naughty.
It's
Everything
so
about
fun.
it is so naughty.
Yeah. I just like fuck, dude. But like going back to Portland, dude. Like
Yeah.
I hadn't really like drank that much, so I just got shit faced drunk, dude. And like, fucking, I'm just hanging out, dude. And like I thought I had 20 on me. Well, like I had money. I had like like 60, 80 bucks in my pocket.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, dude, I was like, "Where's my last 20?" I'm all fucking drunk, dude. It's like it's bad, dude. Some guys like,
she
"You want to do
has
some
it.
cocaine?" I'm like, normally I don't ever touch that shit, dude. But I'm like, yeah, fuck it. We're all like on the streets of Portland, just like
You know,
snorting off this dude's hand. Like, what the fuck?
you know, strippers are magicians, right?
I believe it,
Yeah, they turn the money in your wallet into ATM receipts.
dude. Okay. When we were in
Those
Florida,
ATMs charge like $20.
I was with my brother-in-law one time, dude. We were down in Florida, and then, like me and my wife had gone to that strip club like a couple nights before, and then my brother-in-law, him and his wife got into a fucking fight, and so we're like, me and him like hiked it up from our condo like a mile down the road. Like, fuck it, let's go to the strip club, and like we ended up there, dude. He's like, my brother-in-law is pretty, like, oh, let's buy. I'll buy drinks. I'll do this. I'll do that.
Yeah.
By the end of the night, dude, he's like getting up in the ATM like, fuck, decline. And so then, like, because like we were on the East Coast and we didn't get paid because it was payday technically for our jobs, and like so we still had to like a couple hours or something, even though it was like 11. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, he ended up like just fucking
Flat busted.
Yeah, like they charged him an extra $100 just because of the fucking ordeal that night. It was like,
Oh my god.
I don't even know. It could have been more than 100, dude. It probably was.
I'd never hit the ATM.
I don't either.
I take money out
Yep,
before I go in.
that's
I
it.
go, and it's usually like $100.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna spend $100. I'm gonna have a real good time. I'm gonna get an awkward boner, and then I'm gonna leave.
Then you're gonna leave.
It was
Jack
funny.
off in a fucking hotel.
Yeah, go back to my hotel room, jack off like a normal person, go to
Like a
sleep.
normal human being.
I went down the stairs and I came out and there was this homeless guy and he goes, "Hey, do you got any extra money?" I said, "You see where I just came
Right?
out? Do you think I have any fucking cash?"
Right?
They just sucked it out of me. Like,
Oh my god.
she was nice. She was cute.
Yeah.
This little ginger chick, and she kind of had BO.
That's awesome.
But I was kind of like digging it. You know, you ever
yeah.
smell like BO and you're like, God, I'm kind of into this.
On a
Like,
chick, dude. Hell yeah. Nothing wrong with that, dude.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But he has said it's her pheromones. You liked her pheromones, and I was like, fuck,
I'm down, dude.
I was down.
I had dude. I do the same show. I don't pull any more money out. And that same night we were in Portland, my friend, like, he's in a wheelchair, and he got like I don't even know how much he paid, dude. But like, I just like me and my friend were just sitting there, and like, cause I had this one chick come up. She was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And like, I was so drunk. I just remember being like, I wish I was like, you look so beautiful. Like, I was like, I wish I had money. It's all being so nice and like, over the top. And I saw my friend over at the ATM with the stripper chick.
And she's like, okay, put your card in.
The next day on the drive home, he's like, totally worth it. No, totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
Totally worth the $150.
I love the lies that strippers tell you. They're the fucking best lies.
Right. No, yeah, dude. They're like, oh, you got such beautiful eyes. I'm like, thank you.
Or
here's $20.
They go, you know what? You seem like the kind of guy I'd like to date. And they know everything to say. Yeah. Like, hey, I want to hang out with you more, but they're gonna get mad at me if we don't do a dance. You're like, oh, okay.
Hey, $20.
I'll help you.
Oh, you want 40? Here, $20.
I'm stupid. I have a boner.
We got a stripper's fucking phone number when we were down in Florida, dude. Me and my wife, and like she ended up texting us, but my wife like, we're just like, nah.
So you and your wife like have extra players
sometimes?
No,
definitely not.
Oh.
Definitely not. But like I
was like, God, Kevin Porter, I have like a newfound respect for
but
you.
she was like she was just like really nice to my wife and stuff. She's like, here, because we were like down there for the week or whatever. She's like, here's my number.
Like, so they were having like real conversations.
Type shit, yeah. Well, like I think it was kind of like probably, one of those things if you pursued it, but it was like, it's not gonna happen. But she'll go to a strip club.
The end of that
me,
story would be like, so me and my wife and the stripper are going to breakfast, and
I wish, dude. No, definitely not. But it's she we'll go fucking hang out and stuff.
Yeah,
have fun.
No, that's cool, man. I kind of I go back. I have 3 daughters, and I kind of I have to, if I go to a stripper, I have to be really, really drunk, because then I don't think about them as people. Yeah, but see again, putting yourself in their position. Yeah, as soon as the shit these ladies have to deal with on the daily. Exactly. As soon as I recognize that they're a human being, it's ruined. Oh no. Yeah, I'm such a bleeding heart. It's bad. I'm so ashamed of myself. That's great, dude. I love it. Well, Brian Briskey, that's where we'll end it on this episode of the podcast. Me being a big bleeding heart. Thanks for that. I feel bad. So, I feel really bad. I'm going to go cry. I'm feeling very triggered right now. All right, man. Well, what do you want to plug? What do you got, son? Just please come out every week to Bill's and Hop Nation at 8 and listen and enjoy some stand-up. It's fun. People always bitch there's nothing to do in Yakima. Well, there's 2. Right there. There's 2 right there. You'll have a really good time. We got listeners in Iran too, dude. So I encourage all. Oh, really? Yeah. Random shit, dude. Like one day I just had like random downloads out of Iran. I was like, what the fuck? Do you have the internet there? Man, Kerm Duram. Well, that's the only Farsi I know. It means I have worms. Oh shit. They're like, fuck you, Brad. And then Killing Time with Anthony Hernandez and Brian Briskey on all of the podcast situations. So check us out. You guys on Spotify? Yeah, we're on Spotify. It took forever for me to get on Spotify, dude. Yeah, they have like a lengthy approval process. I forgot about it, and then one day I got an email. They're like, "You're approved on Spotify." I'm like, and ours is so dirty. I mean, it's like our intro music. There's a chick having an orgasm on the fucking intro music. Yeah, I think as long as they see that you have like more than a couple episodes on there, they're just like, whatever, let it ride. I don't think anybody listens to fucking pre-approve it, dude. Whatever, dude. Imagine that poor bastard's job. Yeah. I know, right? Going through all the millions of podcasts online. This is fucking bullshit. Another fucking gaming podcast? Jesus Christ. What do you mean? A bunch of comedians sitting in a room, getting high, telling fucking stripper jokes, dude. Well, and as always, dude, people can find your link to Killing Time on our show notes and then subscribe. Facebook, all that stuff. Brian Briskey Comedy on Facebook and we have some big stuff lined up this next year, so it's gonna be a wild ride. But thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it. This definitely won't be the last time. We'll definitely have you back on, dude. I know. Sure. Maybe next time we'll make it funny. Exactly. We'll try. We'll do something funny next time. I love this, like the general conversations, though, dude. It's not bad. So, all right, man. Well, for everybody out there, we'll see you guys next time. Peace. When you see yourself when everything goes wrong, bottom of the barrel, that's when you must be strong. It's all around you, you feel like checking out. Your life is talking about it, your mind is in without. Can't see it's got to be, you gotta someone try and make a difference in your life. Change all, it's up to you, you gotta try and make it through and save your life.
voudraient.
This podcast has been brought to you by Pizza Productions.